Hello again, guys. Today we're going to be replacing the reductant tank heater in this 2014 Cruze Diesel. This is a common failure point with these cars, unfortunately. So here we have our new unit, various seals, new hardware, and new seal for around the top, as well as a new top nut here. So let's go ahead. In the back of the vehicle, I've already removed the foam insert, the carpeted piece, and here we have our DEF tank. As you can see, it's quite a mess. This was replaced once before at the dealership and they did a terrible job. They ended up leaving this hose off and it leaked fluid everywhere. As you can see, it seeped down around here and it's just a mess. I hate it. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. Now there are 3 4mm screws holding this top electronic piece down. As you can see, there's one in the back here. I had to clean all the crystallized exhaust fluid off because it was just coated all inside here. But yeah, we're going to remove those. This can be pulled out. This just pulls straight up and out. As you can see, there's actually a seal on there, but we have a new piece, so we're going to be pulling this out later on in the video. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Alright, I'm going to start off by first removing all these electrical connectors. So I'm going to remove this one here. This purple plastic piece, just pull it like this, and this connector will pull straight out like so. This connector here, we have this gray plastic piece on the back. You just pull this towards the rear of the vehicle. Yeah, so you have to push down with your thumb and it pulls right out. Okay, now we can go ahead and remove this over here. So again, you pull this black thing, let me do it again so you can see, you pull this black plastic piece out like so, and that whole connector removes. Just leave that lay there. And let's see what else we have here. These two I think should be fine. We're just going to move this out of the way once we get these 3 screws off. So, alright. So I'm going to go ahead now and get the 4mm Allen wrench. Just be careful you don't lose these screws, although we have new ones with the kit. Alright, those are off. And this whole unit should lift up like so. And we can swing this off to the right. Now we can go ahead and remove that black plastic nut. It's a good idea to get some gloves on for this. Alright, see if I can break this free without using any tools. Oh yeah, it wasn't that bad. Actually wasn't tight at all. Alright, we do have a new nut, so we won't need this anymore. Alright, if you look closely right here, you'll see this rubber seal that's under here. Now if you get under here and lift up, go around maybe with a screwdriver or something, even a putty knife, or even your hands. I just did it with my fingers. So once you get it loose, it just pops right out of there. Alright, and that's the top piece, the lid part. Now you have the actual canister. It's down in here, and that will need twisted to release. There's like these 4 black plastic tabs. Here, I'll show you on the new one. So this is the part we have removed now, and we're looking down at this tank right now. That's what we're looking at. And if you look at the bottom, there are these four little tabs here all the way around. Okay, and those are what lock the canister into position. So what you need to do is twist it like that until it unlocks and pull it straight out. So we'll go ahead and give it a twist counterclockwise, and it should release. This is probably the hardest part of this whole thing. There we go. Did you hear that? Hopefully you did. It released. Alright, and slowly pull it out of here. Let that drip a little bit. Be careful not to drop anything down in that tank. And just beware of the fumes from this stuff. It stinks. I hate it. Alright, so we're going to remove this. And don't forget your seal. We have a new seal, so we're going to remove that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and clean up the area here and install everything. Alright, we have our new seal. It simply goes down into place like this. Make sure it's seated the whole way. Now that that's in, we can grab our new unit. And this is the tricky part. We have to make sure these tabs are aligned and then give it that twist so that it locks into position. Alright, so the tank is in position. Once you get it into where it's supposed to go, in those slots, it should wiggle back and forth like so, and then you give it a nice little twist to the right to lock it in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I just wanted to show this to you guys first before I lock it into position. Then you'll hear it click in like that. Hopefully you heard that, but that's the way it should be once it's locked into position. So the next step is going to be to put this cover down on. So you push down on here like this, and then it will seat down in that seal. You do have to apply some pressure. Okay. There we go. So that part's in. Now it's up to you what you want to do next. It doesn't really matter. We can go ahead and put the unit on top, or we can go ahead and replace this thing right here, which I'm going to do now. So this just pulls out of here. You might have to wiggle it a little bit. I just twist it counterclockwise and pull at the same time, and it should slowly come out. There we go. That's it. You can throw this away and take our new one and just insert it. Alright, we can insert this. Just push it in until it passes all those ribs on the end of that elbow. Might have to twist it in a little bit and push at the same time. Alright. That looks pretty good. So before we put that on, we have to put our nut on though to lock everything in. Alright. So I'll get our new nut and just slide it over top of these wires and tighten it down. Just make this thing nice and snug. Okay, that's pretty good. Alright. Good. On to the next step. Alright, we can go ahead and snap this in. This just pushes right down in. Make sure it's clean and free of any debris. It'll snap. You'll hear a click. Okay, it's down in there. Okay. Now we're ready to put this unit back on. I'm going to probably clean it up a little bit. It's a mess with crystallized exhaust fluid. Okay guys, I'm ready to put this unit back on top here. But before we do that, I want to point this out to you. There are two nipples here on the bottom. This one here goes in the bigger hole. It already has an O-ring in it. This one here goes into this hole, and it does not have an O-ring in it, but they give you two in the kit. This one is the one that's already in the heating element, and this one needs to be put on. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on here so that it stays in place. If I put it down here first, I don't know if it'll stay in position when I go to put that on. So, I mean, you could do it either way if you wanted. You can, stick this down inside here, make sure that it, is down in there like the other one is. You could do it that way if you want to. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and line this up into the correct position. Just kind of line the holes up like so, and then we can go ahead and put our fasteners in. Remember, we have new fasteners with the kit. Be careful not to lose these. Okay, go ahead and tighten these up. They don't have to be super tight. I don't know what the correct torque spec is for this, but it's probably not much at all. Okay, now we can connect all of our wiring. This, remember, goes right back in here. It locks it into place. This purple one goes down in the top of this connector right here. Slides in and pushes in like that. Then we have this one. And that kind of clips into that blue piece like that. So originally mine wasn't held in place because of all that crystallized DEF. So what you need to do is just slide it towards the front of the vehicle and it kind of clicks in. So that's pretty much it. That wraps up everything. Just double check everything, guys. Make sure that you got everything where it needs to be. And then while you're at it, you might as well top off your exhaust fluid. Make sure you're full. I'm pretty full, so I'm gonna leave it go. And just put all your inserts back into place. They just pop right down in. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up a little bit better, but that's pretty much it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope this helps you out. And take care, and check out all of my other Chevy Cruze Diesel videos. I have a few out there. And please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.